Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Aida Khanum and I'm the pediatrician here at the Pediatric Clinic in Bellaire, Texas. And today I'm going to do another book. I guess I could call it, it started on Friday, but I guess I could call it the summer series because your kids are now home and you can still work and your children can read a book with me. Okay, so today's little book is called The Elves and the Shoemaker. Okay, so it's from the Ladybird series. Alright, so the story goes something like this. Once upon a time, there was a poor shoemaker and his wife. This is all the leather I have left, said the poor shoemaker. I can make just one pair of shoes. That's all he has left. He's like, oh no. That night, the shoemaker cut the leather. I'll make these shoes in the morning, he said. He left the leather in the shop and went to bed. He cut it and he got it all ready and then he was tired and he said, okay, I'm going to bed. The next morning, the shoemaker came downstairs and to his surprise, the leather had been made into a pair of beautiful shoes. Oh, are those beautiful. The shoemaker called his wife. Did you make these shoes? No, said his wife, I didn't make the shoes. And he's like, well, what's going on? Who made these shoes? There's a little cat peering over. Just then, a rich lady came into the shop. She picked up the shoes. These are the most beautiful shoes I have ever seen, she said. She gave the shoemaker 3 gold coins and bought the shoes. With the money, the shoemaker bought some more leather. That night, the shoemaker cut up 2 pairs of shoes and left the leather on the table and went to bed. He said, okay, there's the leather, he's cutting. And he said, okay, I'm going to make the shoes in the morning. Voila! In the morning, there are now 2 pairs of shoes on the table. The shoemaker called his wife. Did you make these shoes? Look at them. And he's like, no, said his wife, I didn't make the shoes. And they're like, oh, what's going on? That very morning, a rich man came into the shop. What beautiful shoes, said the man. I must have them, and I will pay you 6 gold coins for them. Okay, so the shoemaker now bought some more leather. Now I can make 3 pairs of shoes, he said. He worked late into the night cutting the leather and then he went to bed. So there he is. He's like, oh, my business is growing. 1, 2, 3. The next morning, the shoemaker came downstairs and on the table, what do you see? Oh, 3 pairs of shoes. And they're beautiful shoes. So he called his wife. We must find out who's making these beautiful shoes for us, said the shoemaker. Because he now knows it's not his wife, and he didn't because he went to bed. The next night, the shoemaker worked very hard. He cut the leather for 4 pairs of shoes. And this time, the shoemaker and his wife hid in the shop. So there they do, they got it all ready, and then they went and hid in the shop. Because they're like, we need to see who's doing this, right? At midnight, ding! Midnight. The door of the shop opened and in came 2 little elves. And they were dressed in rags. They jumped up onto the table and opened their little green bags. And that's what happened. So now, voila! The elves stitched and sewed and hammered all night. And by morning they made 4 pairs of shoes. Then they picked up their bags and ran out of the shop. The shoemaker said to his wife, the elves have helped us, but how can we help them? And his wife looked up and said, I know what we can do. Look at those 5 pairs of shoes. They're like, somebody helped us, what can we do for them? The shoemaker and his wife worked very hard. They made 2 pairs of green little shoes and some little green clothes and 2 little green hats. Oh, look over there. They made them little clothes and shoes. That night, they left the little green shoes, hats and clothes in the shop and then they hid again. So that's what they did. At midnight, again, ding! The door of the shop opened and the elves came in. When they saw the little green shoes, the clothes, the hats, they were very surprised. They put them on at once. Oh, look at them. Do they not look so smart? The little elves went on helping the shoemaker and his wife to make those beautiful shoes. And the shoemaker and his wife made more clothes for the little elves. So they were making them something and they made them something in return. And the shoemaker and his wife and the two little elves all lived happily ever after. Look over there. Can you see the little elves in the window? Where are they? Right there. Watching. What a beautiful story. This is like amazing. So these are really nice, right? So I hope you guys liked it. It's a lovely story about how you can kind of do for others if they do for you, not necessarily needing to pay, but you pay in your own way, in kindness or in whatever way you can. I hope you liked it. And once again, my name is Dr. Aida Khanum, pediatrician here at the Pediatric Clinic in Bellaire, Texas. Thank you.